Yes, so good day and welcome once again to the talk. It's always a pleasure being here. But before we start, let us take one of my favorite songs from Maestro, and that will be the Mountain Dew Gang. I always like that song. It's very humorous. It's very cool. Enjoy.
There's a place that they call man. Six company village mountain Julan. The smallest child in this village. Drinking bush rum like porridge. And they like to call him. You hit one man, you hit all. Piper, Jack and sing a cooper. Say no one eye, and we that you like. Alman, Boboli man, no man. From the mountain Jugan. Jugan is the man. When these people sit down to drink, while sleep and rest, they don't start to think. Day after day, week after week, till they get too tight to speak. Knock on the spoon, let that running twice in June. Tire, bitter hold a cooper. Breeze man, hold Samaritan. Lucas, Billy Jean, McIntosh, from the mountain Julian. Julian is the man. Oh, oh. And when you talk of cooperation, up in the man, everyone is one. Two policemen with the man, with a warrant warrant. Them police get close, they come back up without no clothes. Jagat, she dance big man, Jack. Cummins, after man and trim. Gringo, Copa John, Mano, from the mountain Julian. Julian is the man. Oh, oh. Back since slavery, I am convinced. Some of them may come up from the vaccines. Rice shortage did them no harm. Like to ram the crazy yam. When the yams are boiled, it's time to fry coconut oil. It's quite true, they make great mountain dew. Ocean, whiskey and eating. Jazz pot, one the license and all. In the mountain dew, yeah.
Dew Gang in the man. Yes. Yes, so good day and welcome once again to the talk. I love the Maestro, man. That's a great Maestro, man. Anyway, well, I actually did a video on this already, and I'm gonna do a next one. I mean, the whole Will Smith episode and the breakdown and how I analyze this thing. Now, a lot of people talking about that right now, and I'm hearing so many different views from people that even there are people that saying that he's wrong and he's right at the same time. I mean, are we living in a crazy world or something like that? How could you be wrong and right at the same time? You know, look, let's look at this from a particular angle, right? Now, Chris Rock is a comedian, entertainer. These people just do things, and whatever they do, how they make their money doesn't be real. Even Will Smith, he doesn't be real. Those things just be like to make money, to get notice, to get whatever they do, but they always in different characters, acting like different people. But in none of the acting or whatever they do, they ever, I mean, like beat people for real or anything of this sort. All they do is fake. What they do is delusion. And even this award thing, it's all that is delusion. That is not doing anything for anybody. That is not contributing anything, any quality to a person's life in the true sense of the word. So that is a delusion. Okay? So it seems as though Smith, who spent all his life in a deluded state, that is what I should call those people, decide to wake up from his dream or whatever and do something that is obnoxious as far as I am concerned. Okay? But anyway, let us look at it from this point of view. Now, let me set the basis. Now, when you're doing stand-up comedy, anybody whoever look at stand-up comedy knows for a fact that, man, if you sit down in the front line, somebody gonna find something to say about you, right? And like I said in a previous video, even Obama give Donald Trump some real stand-up comedy fatigue, I should say. You understand what I'm saying? That is what stand-up comedy is all about. Sometime in the moment, you just pick on somebody to, make your thing better, making people laugh. It's joke, it's fun, it's having fun. You understand? So, the fact that Chris Rock said what he said, and to me, that was not offensive. Whether this woman have her condition or not, just the way he said it, it was not offensive. It was not. You see? But some of these people, they always full of themselves. You understand? Chris Rock didn't say anything offensive. Because sometimes somebody sick, somebody have the cold or whatever it is, and somebody might tell them something like, you're sounding like a dog or something. It's not meant to be offensive or anything of this sort. The way in which he said it, that was far from, as a matter of fact, I don't see how that could have been offensive, whether she have a condition or not. You understand? And you can't tell me you are an actor for all these years and you don't know how to even laugh at yourself. That is just stupid as far as I am concerned. So when people say about he is right and he is wrong, that is more dotish. You don't have no sense if you're saying things like that. No. The situation is, a man have a right to protect his woman. Right? He has a right to protect his woman. Anybody, your family, you have a right to protect. But did what he said, Chris Rock said at the time, did it warrant somebody being protected from Chris Rock? No, not in my view. As a matter of fact, you want me to tell you something? If he was so protective, why was he sitting down so far away from her in the first place? Sitting down way next to a next woman, and his wife sitting all by herself. What actually is happening? Think about it. What is actually happening? He's sitting down by a next woman. I'm not saying there is anything, so don't go say what I don't say. But what I am saying is that he's sitting down so far away from his wife. You understand? When Chris Rock gave his joke, and the people in the audience, everybody started laughing, he was laughing along with the people. The only person who wasn't laughing in the joke was Jada. You understand? Maybe when Smith saw she wasn't laughing, the best thing I think he could have done was to get up, go over by her, hug her up, and get her into the fun. I think that would have been about the best thing he could have done at the moment. When he saw that she was uncomfortable, or probably she turning her eyes up in the air and whatever she did. Because I saw the thing. He could have just go over and just maybe give her a little hug. It's his wife. It's his wife. Give her a little hug and get her into the mood or whatever it is, He could have done that, and he would have been very manly doing that. And for whatever is the reason, for whatever is the situation, I know she would have appreciated that. Well, I'm assuming she would have appreciated it. Unless when he go to hug her up, she box him in public. He didn't go to comfort her. He just get up when he saw the roll eyes. He just go from 0 to 100 in a split second. He was enjoying himself. He was happy. He was enjoying the jokes and everything like that. He was doing that. And the minute time he saw her, the reaction on her face, the way she responded to the joke, then all of a sudden he feel he should protect her. You know, all of a sudden his happiness spoil when he look at his wife. All his joy just went out because he was so happy and so joyful and, you know, and stuff like that, enjoying the moment. And the minute time he look at his wife, she just changed his whole life. And then he will do the most stupid thing, just walk up and just box a fella in public just like that and walk out like if, well, he's all that. Man, come on, man. Something is definitely wrong. There is a whole lot of wrong in this thing because, let me tell you this. I could remember as a child growing up, well, for those of you who grew up with serious black moms, mothers, you know most of the time she don't have to tell you anything. You doing anything stupid and she give you one look and you freeze. You know exactly what she meant. You know? You know exactly what she means without she even uttering a word. We know that. So are you telling me that is the shot that Jada pulled on Will Smith? You know? That he felt that instead of laughing, he have to do something about it? Well, if that is the case, then he actually did the wrong thing. He should have actually go over to his wife and hug up. That is how I felt, you know. If it is a problem, if she is not happy, if she is not comfortable, then that is what he should have done. But he did not do it. He went up on the stage and he boxed somebody. That is total disrespect. Now, anytime you see men behaving like that, something is definitely wrong in the home. Now, I will tell you something. If I walk in with my woman and I know, well, she's my woman all true and faithful and everything, and a man just pass and he grab she butt, slap her on she butt or something like that, then I will consider that to be an atrocity and I will deal with that, you know, in the most severest manner I could come up with at the moment. There is no two ways about it. It's as simple as that. But then nothing of this sort happened. It was a joke, and it was jokes that always happened in this society, in this community. The way of life these people live in, these kind of jokes always happen without a problem. But I will tell you what, you know, a lot of people bringing this video where Chris Rock talked in 2016 and he talk about, you know, Rihanna panty and whatever it is, you know, and people consider that, and they bring that giving maybe that is a reason for what he did. Well, if 2016 to now, Congress 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, that is 6 years. If that is in these people's mind to get back at Chris Rock, something is wrong with these people. You are devils. Now, the thing about it is that I don't think so, and that has nothing to do with what Chris Rock said. Maybe they wasn't comfortable with at the moment, but I don't think people will hold all these grudges. These people will hold all these grudges in their heart. There is a lot going on in Will Smith house. Okay, a lot, and it seems to me as if Will never really grew up. You know, you see, I don't think Will had a happy childhood. you know. I don't think he did, you know. And because of that, it seems as though he always seems to be in the trying to prove himself in situations, you know. You find a woman who have a very strong personality and she think and do things on her own. You understand? She got your weakness because you open up to her and she abused it. She hold you by the collar, like a dog, a cat, a rabbit, whatever. She have Will Smith there. I just call all these things witchcraft. And the fact that he have to prove himself, prove he's a man all the time, prove he could do this, you know, watch. That is witchcraft. And if you have a woman that pushing you like that, this woman gonna drive you to your death. You understand? It seems as though maybe everything he do or does, whatever, it's like it's never enough for this woman. That is how I am seeing it. You know? And he have to always be on top of his game still, just to barely make it. And she don't seems as though she actually is in love with this guy. And she just continue manipulating him. And what I see in that thing, it's manipulation. What I see is witchcraft. And the thing about it is that he doesn't even know. And I thought Will and those people were intelligent, to be honest, because people might say, well, if they wasn't intelligent, how they could make all this money? Any idiot could make money. Fools does have billions of dollars. It doesn't make no difference. It's just money. It's just material things. Anybody could do that. Some people just not interested because they see something more important in life than that. But I really thought Will Smith and those people was really intelligent. You know, I thought those guys were really intelligent people, people that actually know about life. And I realized they are dunce like shit. Seriously. They're dunce. Because think about it like that. After the man give his, he went up, after he do his damage, he went up and give a speech. Right? And there are certain things that he say in his speech that is just total crap. I don't understand where he was talking from. But he was saying that love will cause people to do crazy things. You know, he also said that God called him to protect people, so you are the protector now. You are security guard now. You are police. You are so what you are now. Eh? I mean, you're accustomed getting into so many different character in your life. You don't know who you are no more. You think you are King Richard now? Come on. Well, let me just tell you guys something. Love does not make people do crazy things. You see, when you have love in your heart, you have tolerance. When you have love in your heart, you have peace. When you have love in your heart, you don't get angry because somebody says something like that. You know? When you have love in your heart, you have self-control. You don't go doing stupid thing and 5 minutes after you have to come and apologize for it. When you deliberately get up and go and do it, you don't do that. So you doesn't have love. As a matter of fact, you don't know what is love. Maybe you're getting it mixed up with your obsession for Jada, you know, or your emotional feelings, your emotions, emotional feelings you have for her. You're getting it mixed up and you lose track of what love is. But let me tell you, God wouldn't call you to protect people like that and do things like that. You understand? If our Elohim calls you, you would not be going and accept any statue or graven images, for one, to stick up in your house for you to look at it and be proud of yourself, making it one of your idols, one of your gods. You would not have accepted that. So you're lying. So you're lying on whosoever you think your God is. Well, maybe you actually know who your God is. You know who your Father is because He run the world. But if it's our Elohim you're talking about, the Elohim of our Bible, you lie. You see? You lie bad. You don't know what is love. You don't have a clue what is love. And anytime you want to go around and tell people love making you do crazy thing, you're a sick person or you're a crazy person. You understand? If you had love in your heart, you would have never walk up on a brother and embarrass him like that. Or try to embarrass him like that. No, you wouldn't have done that. You know, you have a lot of issues. You have underlying issues that you have to deal with. You understand? You know, you it don't seem as though you have been even a good father because your children are all scatter. They thinking things that is out of this world. Delusionized children. You understand? You people living in a kind of bubble created for yourselves. You all create your own kind of little bubble, your own little world. That is insanity. You understand? But then, you have the queen of the ghetto. She determines what you do, when you do, how you do it. And you know, the funny thing about it is that I haven't heard about Jada said anything concerning that. I don't know if it's out there, but I haven't heard. You know, because there is a good reason that well, not reason, there is a good chance that she actually didn't expect you to, that is Will Smith, to go up there and do something like that. You know, as I said, a hug would have sufficed because I'm saying that maybe the woman could have dealt with a little comfort at the time because you were that Will Smith was enjoying himself, he was happy, you know. So maybe his wife could have done with a little comfort if she was feeling uncomfortable with the joke because her husband was totally happy with the joke. Maybe she turned her eyes up because maybe that is how she feel to respond at the time, you know. Maybe not really thinking that he even disrespected her. No, I'm telling you, sometimes you tell somebody they're beautiful and boom, they will turn up their eyes too. But then maybe based on how they function home, maybe he misinterpreted her look and he just go off this steep end because he don't know how she will respond to him home, what will happen, you know, when she do that. So he is uncomfortable, he don't know what he should do, he is confused. So he feel the best thing to do is to, well, I'll just go up there and throw everything out in the wind and I'm gonna just box him and, you know, be the man. Maybe, you see, men do this kind of thing to prove they are men when women make them feel that they are less than men. So they always have to be trying to prove they are the men. Nigga, man, be comfortable with yourself. You know, be comfortable with yourself. Be comfortable with who you are. The Most High or Elohim makes you who you are. Be comfortable with yourself. Relax, chill. Be the head of the house now. Don't be the neck. Be the house. Let the woman be the neck. You be the head. You understand? And stop being foolish. You see? Thing about it is that we know Jada is a strong personality from ever since. We always know that. I get the impression that Will Smith with all these achievements, he trying to keep up. You know, trying to keep up. Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But anyway, think about it, man. I know for a fact that this thing wouldn't be lived down. You know, this thing will always be in memory. You know, people wouldn't really forget that. You know that because that is a big disrespect. You know, people wouldn't really forget that and let it pass like that. You know, it's a sad thing. You know, it's really sad. No, I could sit back here and I will, like I said in a previous video, man. If it was a white person, man, he wasn't going up there and box nobody. No, he wasn't going to unbox nobody. You know, but maybe who knows? Maybe Jada sit down there and she make up her mind that she would not laugh at his joke, and then it just so turned out that when he specifically called out and make a joke with her, then maybe she wasn't happy with it. You know, never know. It happens like that, but that still didn't warrant anybody going and box anybody. As a matter of fact, nobody needed to get any protection. I mean, come on. Jada is a roughneck. We don't know that. Everybody know that. Jada let her she hold business in the public like that, wrong a red table, and tell everybody everything. You have to be real gangster to do that. You know, you have to be real gangster to go and just and do that. You know, and just tell them that and telling people all your business. You know, with a smile on your face, watching in the camera along and just telling them all your personal business. You have to be real gangster to do that. You know, I mean, come on, man. Jada castrate Will Smith on camera around the red table just so. Castrate him. You know? The kind of image we had of Will Smith, I mean, even when we growing up and stuff like that, when she done with Will Smith come ordinary, you know? Yeah. But he come just like what a woman did to try to do Mike Tyson on TV. Make Mike Tyson look like a illiterate, you know. Put Mike Tyson at them time there, you know. You know, he's Given's girl, you know. Yeah, she set up Mike Tyson in such a way. And Mike Tyson wasn't even being aware that he's been insulted in that conversation on TV there, you know. So why is it that these women and them always want to do them men that? Always want to destroy the man from inside. Why are you like that? Stop it. You know? Breathe life into your men. Life. Don't make your man walking like a wreck. You know, driving big vehicle, wearing nice clothes, jacket and tie, and he's a wreck on the inside. Don't do that to your men, man. Why you have to do that? That is a issue we have in our community. It's a fact. You'll be seeing it every day. It's like, I don't know, you have everything and you're still frustrated and destroying your man. Breathe life into the man. I mean, we know that when men have their women, our men as a matter of fact, men those go out of their way to do everything for these people. And most of these people just sitting at home and just trying to manipulate the man and destroy the man, hoping the man die or something. You all people have to stop that. I know it have some of your women out there will make your man go and thief for you. Yeah, because you don't care about he. All you care about is what you have. You have him as your beck and call. Because that is exactly what happened to Will. She have him at his beck and call. So by the time he's like a dog. So he interpreting her signals. You know? She could just draw the life out of him, the joy out of him, because he was enjoying himself. And then I'm still asking the question why he was sitting so far away from his wife. You understand? Why? Uh-uh. Man, you have a lot of sick people out there, have all this money, looking all successful and stuff, and your people sick. Your people and them don't have a life. You have to have a life, and you have to have a life in Yahoo. You know, these people go down the street. These people don't know who they are no more. Material things. These people lost. They lost. I'm telling you, they are lost. We have to do better than that. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. I heard Will talk some time ago, you know, and I really thought the man was into the wise, I mean, into the wise business, you know. But then if you recall and think, Will Smith hurt a black sister feelings back in the day when he was Fresh Prince. The bad talker, he make a, I mean, they kind of resolve that situation. But the point is, when you do this kind of wickedness and you hurt people feelings like that, hey, the most I just remember. You understand? And the worst thing a man could do is to hurt a black woman like that. It's when you hurt a black person, whether you're a black woman and you hurt a black man, and you're a black woman and you're a black man and you hurt a black woman, and these people, and they cry to the Most High. The Most High doesn't forget, because we are his people. The Most High passing judgment on you, because the Most High said that if they bless you, I will bless them, and if they curse you, I cursing them. Same speed. And that goes on to even our people who want to always curse and destroy their own people. Because in our community, what I realize is that we are so comfortable cursing and disrespecting our own people. You understand? We are so comfortable doing that. But when we see white people, I'm telling you, when we see white people with Jenny Flecking, we're going down low. You understand? And we don't even want to watch them in the eye. Same slave mentality. You understand? We do that in our community. You know? So that curse, we always have this curse. And until we seek and know ourselves and seek our Elohim, we'll never escape this curse. Imagine that. Man, I tell you, when I see that, I wasn't happy at all about this, you know. Because it's a black man we're talking about. And I know, I mean, hitting a black man, you black man, boxing black man, it's all cool. You understand? But in a situation like this, I know if it was a white man, you wasn't doing that. You know you wouldn't have done it. So why do it to your people when your people you're supposed to be showing enough respect? Let me tell you something. Anytime when I see black people like me and they ain't want to show me respect, the kind of respect I accord them, because I prefer to show my people respect than any other nation. And if I realize that you don't want to show me the kind of respect that I would show you, man, I cutting you off. I don't need you. You see? Because in my book, you will be like a heathen. And the thing about it is that when you function like a heathen, you'll get the judgment as a heathen. The Most High say that. You understand? Because most of you feel that when you reach a certain stage in life, materially, because your mentality is under the ground. Basically, when you don't know how to deal with people, you don't have no love in your heart, you don't have nothing, your mentality is zero. So you could have all the amount of material things, you ain't nobody. Well, wait, let me tell you. You ain't have no love in your heart, you ain't have nothing. And that is exactly what Will Smith portrayed. He is nothing. The scripture says if you could sing what kind of song, you have all the material things, whatever, you don't have love, let me tell you something. You are nothing. You are empty. Will Smith proved that to me, that particular scripture, he is nothing. Because I will tell you, and then he start lying and saying love. Love didn't do you that. The Most High didn't call you to do nothing. So you're lying. So with all your achievement, big achievement in front of you, I don't even want them to take that from you. I want them to want you to hold it. I want you to hold it and destroy it for yourself when the Most High do call you. But the fact is, at this moment, the Most High never call you no way. You're empty. You like a sounding cymbal. You are well. You like a old drum beating, or somebody beating pan. You're just making useless noise. That is what is happening right now, according to the scripture. You understand? So you ain't nobody. You get symbol. You get your award, whatever it is. You still ain't nobody. Because that proof, you see, the Most High does put things for us to learn. You understand? Well, I want to end up this video now, but let me just explain this. The Most High does put things in our way, so people who have eyes to see would see. You understand? People who want to wake up will wake up. You see what this Will Smith did? It proved that even if you have all the wealth and the world give you everything, if you don't have this love, you ain't nobody. So Will Smith proved to me he ain't nobody. You see, the thing about it, like I said earlier in this particular video, that love, you must have self-control with love. You understand? And if you are feeling real love for your wife, why would you express violence to prove love? You are crazy. You don't express violence to prove love. No way. You just don't. That is not how the thing should go. You understand? Why would you express violence? You understand? To prove you have love. That is nonsense. And you know it's nonsense. You see? That is nonsense. Okay? So we have to be careful. So in the meantime, let me give you a next piece of music. In the meantime, dum 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 dum. Right? Yeah, so we gotta do. I like the Mountain Dew song too much, you know.
Yeah, it's a place that they call it man. Six companies in this mountain true land. The smallest child in this village, drinking bush rum like porridge, and they like to call him. You hit one man, you hit all. Piper, Jack and sing a Cooper. Say no one I, and we that you like. Alman, properly man, Norman, from the mountain Juga any man. When these people sit down to drink, while sleep and rest, they don't stop to think. Day after day, week after week, till they get too tight to speak. Not one last spoon, let's start by running.
Quite in June.
Tired, bitter hold a Cooper. Breeze man, hold Sam and Lucas, Billie Jean McIntosh, from the mountain Juga.
You gang in the man. Yes, so we can't use violence to prove love. And that is the conclusion of this video. You cannot use violence to prove love. So Will Smith have to be re-educated. Won't happen. Violence? No. Live in peace. It doesn't matter what is the situation. Have that self-control. Just have that self-control, people. Sometimes we do trip up a little bit. But I'm going to tell you something. To walk if you are an intelligent person, if you are wise and you get angry, because the scripture say you could get angry and don't sin. So if you get angry and you want to slap somebody, the time you're taking to walk from the place you are to the person, if you are a wise person, something in you, in your wisdom, must tells you that is a wrong thing you're about to do, and you will change. But if you doesn't have a clue, if you doesn't have the knowledge of the Most High, if you doesn't have wisdom, well, that will be the end result. You are stiff-necked and you go do your thing. So listen to me. Violence to prove your love for anybody, it's a no-no. You're deluded if you're thinking like that. Now, people, have a wonderful night. I will most definitely see you in another video. Be at peace, be blessed, and use love to prove love, not violence.